Welcome back. You're watching Morning Live. Thank you very much for switching on your telly and staying with us as part of the Blu Blood Bollywood Experience taking place this weekend. Renowned fashion designers have come to South Africa to showcase their latest collections. Later today, there will be a fashion show at the Sandton Convention Center as part of the Bollywood Experience. You saw the Bollywood Blu Blood guys here last week to tell us more about what to expect during the show as two of the very famous Indian fashion designers. It's Vikram, Phadnis and Pranav Bagga who joined, and he's part of a fashion duo. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. Vikram, you know, you're a powerhouse in the rest of the world, but for South Africans, you're really going to be introduced for the first time for some of us that don't know you. Just a little bit about who are you, and your designs are amazing.
South Africa is home for me. In fact, I did Joburg. I started, the first time I came over here for the Joburg Fashion Week, post which I did the Cape Town Fashion Week. So for me, coming back over here is home. I've built up a great database over these 25 years. I've been in the business in fashion for 25 years. And for me, I just feel there's so much the South African community know about fashion. They're so evolved. And more importantly, they have a connect with the kind of fashion that is worldwide. So for me, it's absolutely an honor to showcase in this part of the world.
Fantastic. You know, while we're doing this interview, I keep on hearing, these guys are so good looking. They're so good looking. Pranav, you're part of a very famous fashion duo. Talk to me about coming to South Africa and showcasing your wares.
Well, even my database and my clientele here in South Africa is pretty strong, especially in Durban, Johannesburg and Pretoria. And coming here is always, as Vikram said, feeling like home for me as well, but not as long as him. But of course, it's been 5 years since I'm in the industry as well. But it's very welcoming. It's very exciting. I know the market very well, and it's always exciting to create and build the fashion here and come to meet the people, and it's always very welcoming and at home.
Pranav, something that Vikram said that was quite interesting is about, this relationship with fashion that South Africa has, and that there's a good sense. How would you rate our fashion sense, if you had to be honest? Where does South Africa and Africa sit? Because you guys have global experience, you're open to a global market.
I think South African fashion is pretty fast and it is pretty much forward. It changes pretty fast. They are always looking at something new and different. And they are I could say they are at par with the Indian fashion, and that's why it's more challenging and exciting, and we love doing that, and always gives us more of an incentive and an inspiration to constantly create something new and new for the market. So it's great.
For you, Vikram, yourself?
I think, every time I've come to South Africa, I go back home with so much inspiration, with so much kind of, the kind of beadwork, the kind of, just the whole aura of fashion, just the whole sensibility of South African fashion is so strong, so evolved, that every time I'm here, I go back with a lot more than I took the previous time.
Wow.
And I think that shows in our embroideries, that shows in our cuts, showcasing on the runway in any part of South Africa is just such a great feeling, because they understand, they want to be, they're just so fashionable. You take a walk down Sandton Street, you go to a mall, and just the way they dress up, just the way they put their looks together is so strong and it's so different. Like, I was sitting at a coffee shop the other day, and a colleague of mine said that you see them walking past. There is no one regular style. Everyone has their own individualistic style, and that I think is what I appreciate and I respect and I love the most. There is no one set trend or style.
When you talk about South, take me through your model that you brought with this morning and your design very quickly.
So this one, this gold outfit that you see where the camera is on right now, we call it a sherwani, which is essentially the top part of the garment is worn normally by a man, and we structured it to a woman's body with a skirt. And it is all hand embroidery, so it takes over a month to create just the motifs, and then you formulate the embroidery. Nothing is machine work. And I think it's so structured, it's such a confident, you feel so confident, it's such a strong silhouette on its own. So that's what I'm showcasing on the runway at the Blu Blood.
Pranav, for your model?
Well, my model is wearing an off-shoulder jacket, which is completely hand-beaded. If you see the work, it's pretty tedious, and it's got a lot of detailing done on it. and that's what is very important to showcase in a market like South Africa. So
It's just so incredibly beautiful, though.
it is.
I'm a guy. I shouldn't be. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And coming from you, speaking so, but you know, it takes a lot to appreciate something, and I think we're both of us are highly honored that you even took time out to be with us.
But you know what is amazing for me is that when you talk about handwork, you're talking about artistry. It's a little bit more than just designing fashion and putting something on someone. It's a statement. It's you're wearing a piece of art.
Because our weavers, we have you know, any designer from different parts of the world, when they need to do hand embroidery, they come back home. So in a sense, we feel very proud of the kind of work we do. We have so many artisans which slowly and steadily might go extinct one day. So it is our duty as fashion designers to always motivate and keep them and give them enough work so that they don't look for alternative jobs, and they also are motivated to hand embroidery.
Sure. I'm going to give you the final word, Pranav. It really is a work of art, isn't it?
It is definitely. I mean, the amount of work that goes into it and the amount of time it takes, the hard work, the thought, the creativity. Definitely, it's a team process. The team back home, they're incredible.
Yeah.
As Vikram says, that you have to constantly keep working with the artisans and stuff like that. And you know, like, the final product is just so relieving and just so.
It should be the gallery, actually. Guys, thank you very much for joining me, Vikram and Pranav, talking to us. They are world-class, highly skilled, very famous designers that'll be at the Blue Bloods event in Sandton. Remember, they're bollifying Sandton, and in Circus will be at 3 p.m. today. So please go and check it out. And look, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Right? As simple as that. Let's take a night break. Don't get it right.